So Agon is not your typical sports movie, and that's exactly what makes it stand out. If you're expecting something uplifting like chariots of fire or cloud pleasing like pool runnings, this film takes a completely different route. Instead of celebrating victory, it focuses on the cost of chasing it. Set in the weeks leading up to a fictional Olympic Games, the story follows three female athletes representing Italy, each dealing with very different but equally intense pressure. The first is Alice, a top judo champion played by Alice Bellandi, who interestingly is a real life Olympic gold medalist. Her storyline feels almost documentary like, and that authenticity comes through in every scene. After suffering a brutal knee injury, Alice is faced with an impossible choice: step back and wait years for another chance, or push her body to its limits in a desperate attempt to compete now. What follows is not inspiring in the traditional sense, it's uncomfortable. We see the full reality of recovery, from surgery to extreme rehabilitation methods, all driven by fear. Not just fear of failure, but fear of being left behind. Then there's Giovanna, a fencer who initially seemed composed and confident, but after a match goes horribly wrong, her mental state begins to unravel. Her story highlights something sports films rarely explore deeply: the psychological collapse that can come from a single moment. She's not just injured physically, but emotionally. She's shaken to her core. And finally, there's Alex, a sharpshooter navigating a very modern kind of crisis. She's not just an athlete, she's a social media figure, a brand. Her success isn't just measured in medals, but in followers and endorsements. But when a video surfaces showing her involved in an illegal wolf hunt, everything starts to fall apart. Suddenly, her public image becomes liability, and the pressure to perform is overshadowed by the need to repair her reputation. Through these stories, Icon paints up a larger picture. This isn't just about sports, it's about an industry. An industry that builds athletes up, markets them, profits from them, and then discards them the moment they falter. The film certainly reinforces this idea with imagery of equipment being mass produced: bullet gear, protective wear, all perfect on the surface but still capable of failing when it matters most. And in a way that mirrors the athletes themselves. No matter how advanced their training, no matter how prepared they are still humans, still vulnerable to injury, pressure, and breakdown. What makes the film particularly effective is its tone. It's restrained, almost clinical at times. There's no dramatic music pushing you to feel inspired, no big speeches about perseverance. Instead, it shows you the reality and lets you sit with it. Alice's storyline in particular stands out because of how real it feels. Her presence blurs the line between fiction and reality, making her struggle more immediate and believable. Compared to that, the other performance, while solid, feels slightly more traditional, more like acting. But that contrast actually works in the film's favor because Agon isn't trying to recreate heroes, it's trying to show people flawed, pressured, exhausted, people chasing something that may or may not be worth in the end. And that's why the film might not appeal to everyone. It doesn't give you the satisfaction of a clear victory or a triumphant ending. Instead, it leaves you with questions about ambition, about sacrifice, about what success really cost. It's not a film that will have you cheering, but it is one that stay with you, especially the next time you watch the Olympics and realize just how much is happening behind the scenes. Thank you for watching. Bye.